Have you ever had issues finding a consistent measurement to your lands on your rifle? Well, we're getting ready to do a little bit of load development on this 223 at the shop, so I thought I'd do a quick video showing some tips and tricks that I've learned using a Hornady overall length gauge to get a consistent but quick measurement to the lands so you can start your load development. Some of the tools I'm using for this would be obviously the Hornady overall length gauge, a Sinclair Hex Comparator, and a modified case like this one right here. You can use any comparator that you'd like. Hornady has one that has multiple inserts. I just started off with this Hex Comparator and have learned how to make it work. For your modified cases, you can pick up one from Hornady and a lot of standard calibers. If you're looking for one in a unique caliber like the 6BR I have right here, Copper Creek Armament provides those, but also you can take a fired case, send it into Hornady, and they will make you a modified case as well. That's really the most exact way to do it, but for our uses here today, the modified case I picked up from C.O.A.L's for 223 is going to work just fine. To get started, remove the cheek piece from the stock. Then what you're going to do is thread your modified case onto the overall length gauge, place your bullet into the case. Then I like to take a wooden dowel or a cleaning rod, place it into the barrel. Then I'll insert my modified case with the gauge into the chamber and get started. Now this is where you want to kind of get the feel for just getting the bullet into the lands without heavily jamming it. So I'll take that cleaning rod and the overall length gauge and I'll press back and forth until I feel like I've got a nice light jam into the lands. Then what I'll do is I'll walk down the overall length gauge, pull it out of the chamber, and then use the dowel with the cleaning rod to pop the bullet out of the barrel. The next thing I like to do, and this is kind of like a little side note or little tip or trick, is I actually like to take the bullet and seat it into the comparator instead of leaving it in the modified case. I found that when I was leaving the bullet in the modified case and then using my calipers, I always tended to kind of squish it down and the comparator would slip or it wasn't quite on the ogive. So if you take your bullet, stick it into your comparator, and then place it in the modified case, then get your measurement, and it's usually far more consistent and you're not having any kind of issues with anything slipping or anything moving around. And then you know if you do this maybe 3 or 4 times and you're getting the same measurement, or if they're extremely close, you know you've nailed it. A few other things I like to do is I like to take that bullet that I use to measure and keep it with my modified case. That way if I ever want to go back and see how much my lands have eroded while I'm shooting the barrel, I can do so. But if I end up getting a new lot of bullets, I'll grab another one, label it as that new lot, and keep it with the modified case. That way I can keep everything consistent. We hope that was helpful. Be sure to subscribe to the Hawkins YouTube channel for more helpful hints about reloading and long-range shooting.